Alright, we got to start this off with a cold start. First modification to the Raptor has arrived. So, well, actually, if you want to say the first is I had to take the license plate bracket off. I just hated the look of it. So we're going to find some other way to mount it. The bumper does come with the holes, and that is the only reason I told the dealer to go ahead and put the bracket on. And they're actually rivets, and they were a pain. You have to kind of cut them and then drill them out a little bit. But we may not be replacing that bumper. I'm not sure. But in the meantime, I don't like them. And you can buy plugs to plug up these holes. Very inexpensive. We'll just fill those little holes with the plugs. But today, we got something in the mail here, and we're pretty excited about it. So we're going to see if this can be installed pretty quickly. I went with some mud flaps by Rokblokz. So let's see what we've got. So I went with the blue. I thought, you know, just a little color. I debated between all black and then maybe something that would be close to the blue. So I contacted the company. They have a few different shades. They suggested I go with the dark blue. Okay. Let's rotate the wheel. A lot easier if you rotate these front wheels. So we are using, once again, a 9/32 socket, or you can also use a 7mm. I'm sorry, a 9mm. Either one seems to work just fine. I am not using the screws that they gave me unless I strip out one of mine, because as you can see, these things are stainless or whatever. And everything's black, so I would rather keep OEM on here. They are a little short, and what I had to do, I couldn't use one of the washers on the top on the other side, so we'll see how it works over here. I'm going to kneel on something here. It's just a little bit easier on the knees. Okay, so as you can see, it's the same over here where we've got 1, 2, and 3. So we will just take these off, mostly without stripping anything. I would suggest doing it by hand as opposed to a screw gun, just to avoid even the possibility of stripping them. If you intend to use the supplied screws, then I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to see how these hold. If there's no issues, they don't loosen up on me, then I'll leave them as is with the OEM. If I feel like they've gotten kind of loose, you know, after some driving, we'll just see how it goes. Then I will install the other screws. It won't be the end of the world. I could always paint the heads of them black. And I guess they're pretty hidden behind here anyway, but... Alright, so... we'll try to grab through washers. We'll see if we end up using them or not. So, based on what I had on the other side, so we're going to do screw through this washer. It is easier to start, I think, at the top, because you have a little bit more resistance up top. At least on the other side, I found that these screws did go in, whereas if on the bottom, it pushes a little bit. It pushes the retaining clip a little bit, and okay, I'm a little brain dead here. This is a rear flap, and that's why it's not lining up over here. There we go. Okay. The longer, narrower ones are the ones that go in the front. try this one more time. After you get a good laugh. I know I did, since I did it twice. Actually did the same thing on the other side. Oh, that looks super good. That really does. That's just a great little touch. Now, we're going to continue with the Rokblokz installation. This is the next day. I was able to get the two front ones on yesterday, but I did not get the back on. They are a little bit more involved, but doesn't look like it's too bad. So one thing is there are these clips that are going to be installed, and these are going to hold the third screw. So this is the only hole that I think you do need to drill. Now what it does say to do is to tape these with electrical tape so that when you slide them in, you're not scratching any kind of paint. So I've already done that. I've wrapped these pretty anally with some electrical tape, and like I said, it's just enough so that they will slide down without scratching anything. And then I started to put the screw through, if you can see that, just so the holes are visible to me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go take off the bottom two screws. So what I like to do is get the tape in there. On one side. Oh, there goes the fireman. Oh, my dog loves the firemen. He tries to howl and match the pitch of the trucks. You get him, buddy. Who wants to be a fire dog? I mean, can you blame him? These guys are cool. Okay, I'm using the back of that blade, and you see, I mean, it's like a perfect fit. So then I do puncture the hole, like I said, so that I can see where that's lining up at. There we go. And we will slide this in. So if you can see, I am sliding this over the plastic. Now if you felt back here, you can start to feel the metal. But I am not going that far. I'm trying to get this right over the hole we just drilled. And I'm guesstimating because it's hard to see back there. But see what I'm talking about with these screws? I mean, come on. These things would look so much better if they were black. Why didn't they paint them? It's my only complaint. My dog likes it. He knows what I'm looking at. Don't you, buddy? Come over here. Come over here, little buddy. Yeah, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Hold that head up high. Yeah. Be the proud cockapoo that you are. That's right. Yeah, well, so much better with the black, right? You don't notice the black screws as much. With these, oh. Alright, well, we'll fix that. We're going to paint them. We'll take one off at a time and we'll paint them. But now let's go do the other side and finish this project up. Really nice. Those look good, I have to say. I'm really glad I went with the blue too. It's just, you know, a tiny little detail, but it matches pretty well and I like it. I couldn't be happier. So, first 2 or 3 mods, if you want to call it. License plate taken off. Front hood graphics applied. And the Rokblokz are looking good. All right, very easy, guys. I highly recommend the Rokblokz. They're very sturdy. I don't know the exact thickness we're talking about here. 1/4 inch or so. You know, they're somewhat pliable, but they're firm, you know. I guess I got to see how these things are like when I'm driving down the road at speed. Is that going to blow around, or is that not an issue? We're going to find out. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see you soon. Be safe.